Hey guys, you ever tried and fly fishing? And today we're going to be tying a great little Euro nymph fly. We're going to tie Lance Egan's Iron Lotus, which is a nice, thin, quick sinking beta slash searching pattern, and we're going to get started on it right now. So in the vise today, I have a Tiemco Umpqua C450BL, so a barbless jig hook and a size 14. And I've just matched it with a tungsten gold bead, slotted bead of course, and that is 1/8 inch. So the first thing we're going to do is lay down some lead wire to seat my bead and set my taper. So for this fly, because we're trying to keep it pretty skinny, I'm going to use 0.015 lead wire, and I'm going to put about 6 or 7 wraps on here. And that's 7. Then we're going to push that up right underneath our bead, tuck in that tag, and we'll just make sure that it is nice and clean. So for thread, and this is going to be our body material as well, I'm going to use UTC 70 in olive. And this is a good color for beta, so we're going to go with this one. It ends up getting a little darker once we put our body material over it, which is going to be Solares. Darkens it up a tiny bit, but it is a good color here. So for a tail, I'm going to use Coq de Leon, and I have this in a dark speckled. You could use dark, medium, probably not light, but dark or medium seems to work well. And we're really just looking for this very variated color here. So I'm going to grab about 6 or 8 fibers. When I grab these fibers, I'm going to make sure that all the tips are aligned, and then I'm going to take a measurement. So my measurement should be somewhere between, at the shortest a half a length, shank length, and at the longest a full shank length. So I like to just throw it on there, see how it looks, and then adjust my length if I need to. Like that right there is a little long, so we'll just pull it up, and it is good to go. So make sure here, you'll notice when I tie in all these materials, I'm tying them in and bringing them up to the lead. So this is going to create my taper and create a nice smooth body. I'm going to bring my thread up a little bit here and make sure my bead doesn't go anywhere. So the next material we're going to tie in is going to be our rib. And for the rib, I'm going to use a white uni 6/0. So just going to grab a couple inches of that and put it in right behind my lead. So right there. We'll just bring this back all the way to the tail and then come up and just smooth my body out, make sure my taper is good. Then we'll leave that right behind the bead. So what you want to do is twist up this thread a little bit and then wrap it in nice spiraling wraps up the shank here. We'll put that there, and then we'll cut off the excess. And then I'm just going to whip finish here. Make sure that's tight. Get rid of this tag. Okay, so like I said, we're going to cover this whole body in Solares Bone Dry. You can also use Loon Flow or something similar like that. I do like this Bone Dry. It dries without any tack, and it's super thin, so it's easy to put on here. Just get some on there, make sure everything's covered up. It's going to make sure that this fly sinks super quick and is really durable. It looks pretty good to me. I think I got everything covered. So we'll just hit this with the light. Give it a quick little rotation. And when that's cured, we're going to start our second thread. Hey guys, just wanted to pop in and let you guys know that we are a full-service fly shop, and all of these videos are brought to you and supported by you purchasing all of your fly tying and fly fishing materials at tridentflyfishing.com. So for our final thread here, we're going to use UTC 70 in red. I'm just going to put this right behind my bead, bring it back a tiny bit, and then cut off my tag. So the next thing we're going to tie in is going to be our back material, our Wingcase. And for a Wingcase, I have scud back. I grabbed the 1/8 inch width, and then I trimmed it down a tiny bit for this hook size. So you may find that, spin your thread counterclockwise, you may find that you have to trim these a little bit to get the exact look you're looking for. Bring that to about there. And then we're going to tie in our thorax material. So there's a couple different dubbings you can use. Something that kind of looks like peacock is a good call. I have some trilobal in olive black leech color. It's a long fiber, so I've just broken it up. And I'll have some shorter fibers mixed in here. And this is going to work for us today. So we're just going to create a nice little dubbing noodle here. And once I have that on there, I'm just going to cover up my thorax. Bring it up, make sure everything's covered up here. And then right there looks good to me. So we'll check that out, make sure there's no gaps. It looks pretty good. I'm just going to pull my wing case over here. I'm going to pull anything out of the way here. I don't want to trap too much junk. This is stretchy, so I want to pull it a little bit tight, but not too tight. And then I'll take a wrap in front. We'll get rid of this. And then we'll finish this off by trimming out our dubbing a tiny bit. Whip finishing, and then we'll put a little bit more UV cure on the back here. Oops. Well, my whip finish got away from me, but there we go. Get rid of that. Hit this real quick with my brush. And Lance Egan, one of his signature moves here kind of, is that you'll see he has a hotspot in pretty much every fly he ties. He seems to think it works and is a good trigger, and I tend to agree. So we don't want this too long, but it can be scraggly, it's fine. Looks pretty good to me. Like I said, we're just going to hit this real quick. One final coat of Solres Bone Dry, and this is just going to add a little bit of durability, and we should be good. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.